and you.
We're live on YouTube now. This is going to be good.
Are we?
Hey.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
First time using Zoom.
Let's see how this works.
I don't know how to.
According to Zoom, it's still making the live stream.
There we go. What's the delay on it? We've got at least a 5-second delay.
Oh, there we go. I got you. I see it now. I see it. I see the usual suspects now.
There we go. Hi, the mic's turned around. We're working it out. Where's our chat? Where's the time out the date?
Wow, it's about a 20-second delay.
From here to YouTube?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
It'll be
But
all right.
whatever.
Is Corey here?
Not yet.
No, he's passed out.
He may or may not show up in a little bit. Where's our?
Oh, that's not.
Does anyone see our chat? Do we have people in it? Because we don't see our chat.
Yay, we know how to use the internet.
We're working on this, guys. Hold on.
What are you all
First-time
drinking right now?
Interneters. Woo!
Yeah, what are y'all drinking? We can figure this out while we all talk.
I've got some ancient age, and I have some other bottles in reserve for when I'm done with this class.
Sweet.
There we go. Trav's in the house. We got John Krantz. We got
Ron's woodworking.
Ron's woodworking.
Pat's. So
How is Ron's woodworking?
I don't know. That sounds like something you would love to watch, though.
I mean, I would.
I
On
see what you
so
did there.
many levels.
Guys
On
are so
so many
bad. I was
levels.
actually taking someone working on wood, not that way. Because they're awful.
That's what we were talking about. Nick made a pun. Dad jokes. Hello. He's got to practice.
Right. For Christmas, Victoria got me a book of 101 dad jokes. I'll randomly read off like 4 or 5 to her, and she just rolls her eyes. I'm like, this is your fault. You got me the book.
Hey, Robot Scott. We're on a 20-second delay right now. We're trying to work out. We may not be able to fix that part, but
We're good, though.
yeah.
Can we see the chats in this Zoom?
I don't think so. If anyone else knows, let us know, because this is the first time we've been on Zoom.
We can't, if you open it, are you on a computer or are you on your phone?
I'm on
On
the
the
computer.
computer.
Okay, so if you open up another internet browser, you can pull it up via
Yeah, just open up another tab and go to YouTube. That's what we do anyway.
how we always run it.
I've decided against that so that I can actually still do the video chat. I don't want to use up too much bandwidth.
That's probably good for you.
Yeah.
You know,
And
Mr.
hopefully the internet here in town doesn't decide to just like randomly turn off, because that's a thing.
it's gonna self-isolate here shortly.
We can't see them. That's a problem.
Nick's probably one of the only people in here that could go for like a 3-mile walk and not see another soul.
Probably.
Right. There's a stream. Yeah. There it is. Steve A, what are you
This is
guys
weird.
drinking? Pat's is drinking Turkey 101. Ron's, let's see, we got Charles Ashworth in the house. There's Jim.
There's a stream.
See if we can.
So I poured some Old Forester Signature because shit's delicious.
I've got one of my old Forester store picks
Oh, I did.
in line for later.
I was trying to make it so that I could see both.
Good luck.
Also
Not
got a
easy,
Maker's
Tom
Private
Clancy.
Select, JW Dant, and my ancient age.
What about you, Jim? Jim's probably slumming it over there with some Kentucky Owl or something.
No, I'm
Yeah.
drinking some
Eagle Rare.
OWA right now. I had a store pick of Eagle Rare and a little Blanton's. That was a store pick too. I'm on to the OWA.
Nice.
These acronyms are killing me, y'all. I'll
Yeah.
get
Well,
there.
and
Get up
Antique.
with the speed. Get up with it.
No.
What about you,
He
Andrew?
only had one acronym.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure it out because I'm an idiot.
Old Weller Antique.
Yes.
I don't know what RC stands for, so here's another acronym. Maker's Mark
RC6?
RC6. I think it. This stuff is so good.
Ron's
That
drinking Makers
RC6
for 46.
Killer.
That's a really good one. I really like the Maker's 46.
It is good. I would
Yeah.
definitely say so. I like the RC6 better, but
Well, yeah.
I would love to see like a barrel proof Maker's 46.
That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
so Truth Seekers got EH Taylor. You guys are horrible with that one. I was on a live with
Taylor.
just chit chatting, and they were all drinking EH Taylor, and Kyle was gone. I was like, okay, I'll drink some EH Taylor, and I was like, this tastes like cherry Coke. Yeah,
It's delicious.
it's god awful, but that's okay. I don't like
You're
that.
god awful.
Probably.
E.H. Taylor's fantastic.
Oh,
And it's all for you. You can drink it all. I'll just go ahead and drink all your Bookers instead.
I still
Well,
have my Kathleen's batch or whatever it is that I have. That
You have
The
Kathleen's
Kathleen-
batch.
Matt Hernandez says they had EH Taylor bottle and bond for $34.
That's not bad.
Whoa, now that anytime. I might actually drink it with that. Maybe I'd put it in cherry Coke and then we could really have a drink.
That's an awesome price.
Yeah,
David, you
Costco,
over there
yes.
drinking scotch? Since I gave you shit about drinking scotch.
no. Four Roses small batch.
Ah, nice.
So your first pour out of it?
This is my first pour out of Four Roses. Yeah.
What do you think of it?
Somebody's got some really bad noise in the background.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I
Sounds
heard
like someone's playing video games.
Bang,
Andrew?
bang, bang.
I'm wondering if Andrew is playing video games.
No.
I don't play.
No.
I don't
Sounds like
play
a
no
TV or
games.
something.
I saw who it was. It's good.
Oh.
Mike, what are you over there drinking?
Oh, I'm slumming with the Stag Junior batch 10 that Jim sent me, and then followed up by Kentucky Owl batch 9.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Hey, Cal, what do you think about that, batch 9?
That's so funny. I have not had a chance to
Cheers.
try it yet.
Oh, man.
Hey Kyle, hey, call a friend in Indiana. I'm just saying, call a friend.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. They might have an
Phone
answer.
a friend. A friend might be able to hook a brother up. I'm just saying.
But
It's
didn't I
like we
already
don't have
say
enough
that?
bottles in the house, right? There's just not enough bottles. So the chat's
Kyle would
talking
answer
about-
that with no, there's not enough bottles in the house.
There's
Shut
not.
up.
There's not.
Shut up. They're all at the office. I know. Anywho, the chat's talking about Costco. I really, really wish we had alcohol, like real alcohol at our Costco.
Thank you. They have a
Yeah, it used to be a
fantastic
thing.
wine selection.
Oh, we have the best wine selection because they don't have hard liquor, but
Right. They've got some great wines.
YW, I would definitely go with the Booker's over Four Roses cast strength. What do you guys think?
Ooh. Depending on the bottle, I'd probably go
Yeah.
with the Four Roses.
No, I would go with Booker's as long as it's not a name. Kathleen's
Oh,
batch
yeah.
and Teresa's batch, and there's another one. that are
Grandma's
just-
back.
I haven't had grandma's yet.
I just Mash and Drum did not get caramel, and I am not thrilled.
So, but yeah, that's a tough call. I'd grab both of them if you really had the money. But
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the obvious choice.
but Booker's is definitely, because we all know me and Booker's were like this. So
I think I'd take the Four Roses cast strength.
it's a
All
good
day.
one.
All day.
Over Booker's, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
See?
Yep.
What does Jim say? Jim's quiet on the subject.
No, I said
he
yes.
said
I
Four
agree.
Roses. He agreed.
I totally go with
You
Four
know,
Roses.
you know what would make Booker's a lot more interesting? Booker's is if they let you know all the blend that was in the actual release. So like,
That'd be cool.
you know, this
Like what
percentage
what
was-
Four Roses does with their limited releases.
Exactly. Because then you're just thinking, oh, this is another not run of the mill, but it's another good cast strength bourbon.
Right.
But Four Roses, you know, oh, this barrel was this recipe from this floor on the Rick House. It's
Well,
know,
sometimes
but-
they come with like the little
Yeah.
tags that say like, I think what percentage came from
Yeah.
what floor of what warehouse?
And what year
Yep.
and what years they have on it too.
I don't think so.
They usually say it's a 21 year and this of a percentage of this and a 15-year percentage of that, I thought.
Mm-mm.
That's how you always know what the limited releases are.
No, we're talking about Booker's.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about Four Roses.
No.
Well, Booker's is all the same mash bill. It's just a matter of
Right.
place pick house. It's all for
That's
them
true.
that date that or the exact number of days. It has to be, I believe, distilled on the same day, near the same day, doesn't it? Or minimum.
Do what?
Does Booker's have to be distilled on the same year and day?
Well, if they
Or
say
same
6
season?
years, 7 months, 20 days. When
That's
they
just
say
the youngest
that
barrel.
That's the youngest
Okay,
barrel they
that's-
pull.
barrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although when we were at Jim Beam doing a barrel pick, I asked him like, is that just like what happens to be the youngest barrel? There's a bunch of older stuff in there. They said, no, that's usually pretty close to
I
what
hate
the
you right
majority
now.
of it is.
Where was I when you went on this pick? Because I didn't even know you went on a Jim Beam pick.
Knob Creek?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was out in somewhere or with kids. Still jealous. Jackass. I don't get to go on any of the fun
Don't have
stuff.
kids.
Don't have kids.
That was Dick. I'm sorry.
Kyle just make the car payment.
He still thinks he can get away with it because of his birthday.
He's
It's
still
just
trying to pull birthday treat.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's
So
like,
how
oh,
did you-
oh, no, it's not.
And
How
the
did you
kids are
feel the
still
next
calling him
morning,
happy
Kyle?
birthday. It'll be the next 2 weeks. The kids will be like, happy birthday.
Yeah, that's because women get a whole month for their birthday.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they
It's-
don't.
Yeah, they
I
do.
remember you getting like 2 weeks.
I run into Christmas and New Year's. What do you mean I get 2 weeks?
They get a birthday. They get a birthday eve. They get a post birthday.
I had a 3-day
It's a
birthday
festival.
only because Shauna
It's a
came in on the
festival.
17th. And then I
Right.
went live with
Oh,
you
no.
guys on the 19th. So I got 3 days.
Why isn't Shauna on here? She's not doing anything.
She's
Wow.
Why don't you call her and find out?
Yeah, you really should.
I'll do it.
I'm scared of her.
I don't know where she is. I know she's in LA, so I don't know. I don't know if she's still moving.
Hold on. I'll
I
find
know they're
out.
like shelter in place, but they didn't turn off the internet.
You don't know that. They turn off the internet here randomly.
So Pete, wrong Pete. Sorry, Fats asked, what's everyone's favorite distillery?
Mm.
Hotling Distillery. Hotling Distillery.
I can't argue that.
I know.
I'd be
But we're not
hard
gonna
pressed to
talk
argue
about
that.
that one. I'm just going to go with MGP.
That's a
There you
good
go.
one.
MGP is pretty solid.
Right?
Mm.
I would either have to say MGP or Four Roses.
Here's a surprise.
As
Yeah,
a
weird.
distillery, as a distillery.
Oh, as a distillery, are we liking juice?
I don't know. I was going at it from the angle of from the distillery itself, but
Are we doing it from the juice point of view, or are we doing it from the like architecture and like actually going to the distillery? And
well, if it was
seeing
juice, you would say Jim Beam.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seriously. I was like, well, I really like a couple other ones in there too, but
If we're doing the aesthetics, I'd say Bardstown knocks it out of the park.
Bardstown's pretty. But there's something about the California architecture stuff in Kentucky that like Four Roses has me in love with.
I like the Spanish villa style that they've got all their buildings on. Yeah.
It's total Southwest, total missionary style. It is. It's a mission. Like, not like that. I knew when I said it. I knew when it came out of my mouth. You guys are gonna go.
I'm going to insert a quote from Archer. Phrasing.
She's talking about yoga.
I'll call you.
Kyle's favorite position is downward facing dog. For yoga, obviously.
Obviously.
I'd like to see him get in downward facing dogs pose.
He could get into it. It's getting back up.
I was going to say, I would never get out of it.
Because I feel like his back would be like, nope, we're done here.
So I guess of juice, I would have to say Beam, but Distillery
We know you
itself. Well, I was thinking New Riff. I really like them too. Or Larceny does their own stuff. They're not MGP, are they?
Larceny?
Yeah.
Heaven Hill.
That's Heaven Hill.
Heaven Home. There we go.
I haven't
With
heard,
Elijah
but
Craig.
that's some real good stuff.
I would probably
Surprised.
tell from a juice standpoint.
Yeah.
I love Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Heaven Hill's good stuff. I like Elijah Craig. I love that stuff.
The 18 is
Beer.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah.
I can never keep all of it straight.
Robot Scott said he likes the Buffalo Trace. He's a fanboy of that. So I'm going to pull up some William LaRue Weller. Go for that.
Big time. And
Jackass. Ugh. Sorry, coronavirus.
Of course, Jim is.
I told you, Jim's over there slumming it, man.
Because I can.
Slumming it with the William LaRue Weller.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's the 2019. I heard it's the best they made, but we'll find out.
If I need to compare it to my other years of William LaRue Weller,
Yeah. Right.
Let me go get everything I have back to 2011 and compare it.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to be able to get William LaRue Weller on the shelf all the time for like $20. And
I used to be able to say it.
I love what it says. I could get Pappy on the shelf anytime for like $50. No problem.
We actually used to a lot back in the day. Someone gave us a bottle for watching their house, and it wasn't even hey Matt, how you doing? It wasn't
Matt.
even an issue. It was just like, oh, here you go. Thanks for watching my house. We're like,
now it'd
sweet.
be like, what?
Now,
Right?
now it's watched Warren Buffett's house.
Right?
right.
I think I need something fizzy. So I'm going to be doing 3 of the 4 alcohols tonight because I already have hard liquor and I'm popping open my beer and I have wine sitting next to me. So
Beer sounds
All
good.
that is solid.
So speaking of mixing a lot of liquor, you guys want to get into those samples?
ooh,
Yep.
do we have the samples?
Sure, Kyle. I'd love to get into the sample.
Let's do it.
Did you not give Nick his samples?
I didn't. No, Nick doesn't get samples. Nick comes to the house and gets to pour whatever he wants.
I just don't
Then
get
he
to
can't
contribute to
participate.
these.
Yeah, that sucks.
I just get to be here and be like, the bottles that I already have are delicious. Thank you.
Do we have any? Okay,
Yeah, Matt's in there.
Matt's in there. I was like, do we have anyone with the wrench? Who's got the wrench? Sorry, Matt. There's no one to help you out.
Nick, what are you getting
All
on the
you.
nose?
bit of vanilla, the
A
caramel,
little bit of a fuck you, right?
a little bit of this is not what you're smelling.
I should probably go grab that bottle, huh?
That'd be helpful
Or
because I like to
Yeah.
smell what you guys are smelling because Kyle picks all the bottles. So I have fun doing this with you guys.
I like this. This is a really high proof nose, but it's really good.
Mm.
It smells like an MGP
perfect.
product to me.
Sorry, Steve. I didn't see you in the chat. Sorry. Our chat is telling me that there's a couple of us with wrenches tonight, and I'm like, yay! Because having to try and click back and forth, we're using a new platform, and it's a little weird. You said it, David. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You said it's what on the nose? High proof and
It noses like it's a high proof, but I really like the nose. It's a really stock, well balanced bourbon. It smells like.
Yeah,
Yeah, said Jim said it smelled like MGP juice.
it does. Yeah.
By that he means delicious juice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Really caramely. Yeah. I'm mainly getting caramel. I'm getting some ethanol on it. I'd say it smells like it's got some proof on it.
You blinded this to me too. I have no clue what we're drinking.
I definitely pick up the ethanol on that, Jim.
I think this is out.
Vanilla.
Can I say it? Can I say my thoughts on the smell and stuff?
If you don't know what it is, sure.
I have no clue what you poured, but it smells very cherry-y.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
does.
picked up a
Very
lot of cherry
fruit
on it too.
I think this is a Buffalo Trace. Something.
I'm with Aaron. Well, I think I'm with Aaron.
Mike's shaking his head no.
Not on a Buffalo Trace. What?
Yeah, I'm not picking that up either, but
it tastes like it's got some age on it.
Oh,
You
you've
tasted it already?
You can taste?
You can always taste.
it's got some nice color to it.
It's got
Yes,
some
it
great.
does.
I think this is a barrel proof. I think this is probably aged at least 10 years.
I wouldn't go that, but I definitely think it's barrel proof. I'm going to stand by my Buffalo Trace product.
So at least 10 years, barrel proof.
And by barrel proof, I mean I think it's between, I'd say 125 to 130 proof.
Okay. What do you think, Jim?
And it's
I'd
and
say
if
that.
I quit.
And if what?
I said if it's 80 proof, I quit.
Right,
It's
me
not
too.
80 proof.
There's no
There's
way.
no way.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's 125, but it's definitely not 80.
All I know is I'm starting to have fun now.
I say it's
David,
north
it's
of
Four
125.
Roses Yellow Label.
Awesome. Hey, I remember someone saying they'd pay $80 for that bottle on Bourbon Blind. Oh, hi.
The yellow label?
Yeah, you said that.
I believe that.
I never said that. Prove it.
Really?
I'll pull,
What did
Yeah,
you
I can pull the
prove
video.
it without YouTube.
Okay, then I'll bring up the spreadsheet from Patreon.
There you go.
Oh,
Jim's got
Loophole
Shame
the
now.
on that.
Jim's got the proofometer in his mouth.
Yeah, it's like 127.3.
What are you thinking, Andrew?
Man,
Yeah,
that's
this could
loud.
be a Buffalo Trace product.
Uh-oh.
Aaron is swaying opinions.
Am I swaying opinions? I'm sorry, you guys.
Oh, Andrew, you're muted. Why are you muted?
He's probably playing a video game.
Probably.
probably.
There you go. Now you're unmuted. What do you think,
What do you
Andrew?
think of it?
I think it's very cherry forward. I
Kyle,
think the
can
rye.
I ask a question?
Sure.
This isn't Stag Junior Batch 13, is it?
I mean, it might not be. Is Aaron getting in your head?
No, it has a little bit of a similar profile to a Stag, like a Stag Junior a little bit.
I can see that.
Mike, what are you thinking?
Yeah, now that he's saying that, I don't know if it's a power of suggestion, but
Man, Aaron's gotten in all your guys' heads.
I would not be surprised now.
I didn't even see you pour it, so I have no clue what we're drinking.
I pick a boatload of cherry up in it, so
It's
I'm not
really
getting-
whatever it is, Kyle. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of cherry on it, but it definitely has the finish like a Buffalo Trace product. And I was thinking like an E.H. Taylor barrel proof.
That's
No.
actually what I was thinking, Jim.
But I'm not sure I've had this before.
The real question is, what would each of you pay for it?
$20.
50.
Wow.
Would you say
Here.
20?
No, he said 40.
There's a really strong medicinal quality to the finish.
Jim, you said 40,
Uh-oh.
right? Did I hear you correct?
I said 20, but I'd pay 20 for it. I'd probably pay 80 for it too.
I'm in it at 40.
40?
Andrew?
I would say a strong $90.
Okay.
I'd say
Mikey
90.
D?
I'd pay 90 to 100. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm with you, Mike. 90 to 100.
Is that what you're about to say, Andrew?
Yeah, same.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No. I'd say I'd pay 90, but if I paid 120 for this, I wouldn't be mad.
David?
I'm in that $100 price range. That'd be my
So everyone is except Jim and Aaron. Oh wait, we didn't. Nick, what was your price?
Like 35, 45 bucks.
Who knows? You really should give Nick a sample.
I'd go like 60 to 80 in that range, really.
You just said 20.
But I would pay 20 for it. Would you pay $20 for a George C. Stagg?
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
do that 40. I don't like it that much,
Hmm.
but I already have my.
I like it.
Did we just find a high proof that Aaron doesn't like?
We've known this. This is nothing new.
Well, she thinks it's E.H. Taylor, and she's not going to admit that she likes it. So that's why she's going there.
Okay, that's fair.
Are you kidding me? That doesn't surprise me either. Is it really what I think it is? Is it the A120?
It is the A120.
Yes. See, I don't like it. It's gross.
So it's really off profile for sure.
120%. I do not like this bottle at all, and I've said it 3 times now. So I'm really excited that my mouth still goes with it. Sorry to make you guys all think it's Buffalo Trace, but
No, it tastes like a Buffalo Trace product to me. It's
that
definitely
is
off
gross.
profile.
What's the proof on it, Kyle?
136.6. Yeah.
There you go, David. You nailed that one.
I said at least. Well, I was
You said
wrong.
120. You said 125 to 135. I think is what you said.
Yeah, and
You
then
said 130, but that's okay.
Yeah, I haven't had that one yet.
Well, now you have.
Yeah.
The only thing wrong with this specific release is it's a little disjointed. The proof kind of starts to unravel a bit from the flavor profiles, and then the medicinal quality kind of can be off-putting. But besides that, it's great.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we got Brett. I'm glad that you guys are liking the A120. You could come take it, all of those bottles out of our house, and you would not hurt my feelings at all. Kyle might have another thing to say on it, but
Yeah. Kyle will have words.
He's not a big fan of it
You're welcome
either.
to drink it.
So
Really?
Oh no, I will. I like it.
would you agree
It's not as good as some of the other releases.
Oh, I love Elijah Craig. It's one of my favorites, but the A120 is nasty.
It's not
That's
nasty at all.
That's
It's
just my opinion. I mean, for what it's worth.
not. It is off profile. I'll give you that for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not nasty by any stretch.
What's that, Jim?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's off profile.
I would not pay any more than $40 for it. What is
no.
retail on it? I don't even know.
70-ish.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, in fact, I have no opinion about anything ever. So, yeah,
Weird.
you know, I hold back and keep my mouth shut. And
She does. She sits there very quietly.
That's mostly the Elijah Craig barrel proofs are really good.
yes,
Yeah.
The different batches are different, varying degrees of good, but in general, they're all good.
unless you get the A120.
Have you guys tried it with a little water?
No,
yes.
I think we played this game at one point. You guys should try it and tell us what you think.
I drank mine. It's all gone. So sorry.
Yeah, mine's all gone too.
And Andrew, I tried it with a little bit of water. I actually thought it brought down the ethanol, but it kept all the flavor. I thought it was really good.
I'm with you, man. This nose is awesome with water.
Yeah.
I thought I did this game, but I thought I remember it tasting more ethanol. So maybe
That's this one.
Ooh,
what? Oh, watered down yours.
I'm getting sweeter notes on the nose with the water.
Yep. That's exactly what I got.
One drop, please.
I didn't get any of that medicinal. I thought it was good. I mean, it was
No?
not phenomenal, but a nice barrel proof. Honestly, it doesn't come across in the mid 130s, mid 120s for me.
Yeah.
Upper 130s.
On the finish, I kind of got a little bit of the oak tannins, but it wasn't.
That might be my dinner.
Is that your dinner coming?
No, that made it medicinal.
Oh, yeah, that very well could be.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot more oak presence on the finish with water.
Yeah, no, not a fan. That's okay. But Elijah Craig on a whole is absolutely amazing.
What don't you like about it, Aaron?
It's too cherry. And
Too much cherry. But that you don't like anything like that.
It tastes too much like candy cherries for me. I absolutely love real cherries. I like the tart cherries, but the sugary maraschino cherries are just gross. Ron, to answer your question, I've seen over 120 people on Zoom before.
On ours, it's up to 100.
Well, there we go.
So come on, Patreon subscribers. Let's get into that $35 tier.
That's right.
There you go.
Go, baby.
You can come play with us on a
It's not
weekly
bad,
basis.
man.
We need to pour one out for our homies that can't join us right now.
Well, I think those homies joined him did some drinks. At least one of the homies did.
What has any of your guys' states shut down liquor sales?
No.
Nope.
They tried, and then they quickly realized that
They're
That was a bad
making-
decision.
Here in
Everyone's
California,
sitting
they're
at
making
home. They might as well be drunk.
liquor more available here in California.
Nice.
They're letting restaurants do takeout cocktails.
They're letting here in Tennessee, you're allowed to do that too, as long as I think you have to buy food with it. But
They're giving roadies. They're selling roadies.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
I believe
With a
to go
plastic lid.
margaritas.
To go
What's-
margaritas, yeah.
With a plastic lid.
And then they also made it to where liquor stores can deliver up to like a 50-mile radius.
Are they
So-
selling
They make
loose
that a
cigarettes
law.
too down there?
You can buy cigarettes at the gas stations and all that kind of stuff.
No, a loose cigarette, one cigarette.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
A shot and a Lucy in Detroit, man. That's how they make their money up there. $1 a shot, $1 a Lucy. Highly
Oh,
illegal.
So
but-
Lucy, is that a cigarette? I take it. Is that what you call
Yeah.
cigarettes up there?
Oh, one
A Lu-
cigarette.
Yeah.
One
Lucy.
loose cigarette.
A Lucy. There we go. Now I understand. I was thinking Lucy.
So then you're selling a $5 to $8 pack for $20 a pack.
Yep.
Hey man, some people only got a couple quarters on them.
Hey man, I'm not here. I respect the struggle.
Hey Michael, how are you doing?
The liquor store right by us, there's people that come in all the time. And they buy boots, the Paul Mason, whatever boots. Is it a brandy? I think
shit.
cognac, something like that. Like $1.13, and they will come in with exact change.
We got our first super chat of the night. So
John.
John, cheers. And I would love some cherries soaked in Stag Junior. I'm hoping that they're true cherries and not canned cherries because they're sweeter and tartar and amazing. And that does sound amazing. And
Any
I'll
cherry
definitely try
stoked in
it.
Bag Junior is going to be amazing.
In Bag Junior or Stag Junior?
Stag Junior.
Okay. So cheers to you.
Cheers.
I'm drinking Armagnac, but it's close enough.
That was Stag Junior 12, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I've got some right here, but I have this GTS
No.
I did.
Aw.
right there.
Jim
But I
has alcohol readily available next to him. Never. Everything you could possibly want. Never.
Within arm's reach. I have to finish off this GTS 18 first, though.
Oh, you poor thing.
Oh, that's a shame.
Ooh, new
Yeah.
riff.
Jim can't reach the expensive liquor, so he's slimming it tonight.
Right.
Yeah, it's just William Loebrew Weller. Hey, I said it.
Got it.
The
No, I think
William
we,
was a little slow.
There was a gas station by our house in Phoenix that was shady AF. I'm not going to say what nefarious things happened there, but
We're in
they
a different
had
state, so
they
you
had
can say-
24 packs. Should I tell the story?
Sure,
Yes.
why not?
Yes, there's no
Story time with
self-incrimin-
Kyle.
Mike, is there self-incrimination?
No.
Right?
We're past the statute of limitations.
I
Right.
would guarantee you're past the
So-
statute of limitations.
So my buddy that was
Oh.
drinking with us was like, "Hey, you're going to the gas station, right? He's like, I was like, yeah. He's like, can you pick me up a 6-pack of Smirnoff? I was like, gay, but all right, that's that's cool. So he hands me his card, and I go to pick it up. And as I go in this gas station, I realize they took 24 packs of like Bud Light and cut them in half with a knife and taped them back together to sell them as 12 packs.
Nice.
Because they could get the 24 packs cheaper. I was like, y'all are some shady motherfuckers, man.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
the best you got? Like,
No,
dude.
so-
Sense to me.
So I go up and I go to buy his stuff, and I put it on the counter. And as I'm handing her the card, I realize the flaw in our plan. There's me, right, Mr. White Boy, and the card I'm handing her says Hector Corrales.
Wait,
So she
you're
looks at
white,
the
Kyle?
card and looks at me and looks at the card and just kind of shrugs and swipes it.
So what's on mine?
See, I never got to do any of that. I looked like I was 12 at 21.
And then I think
Still
we
do.
picked up some Jack in the Box tacos on the way back, and one of them fell on the floor, and the dog would not eat it.
I was there that night.
Yeah, you were.
I remember this. I didn't go to the liquor store though.
No.
I would have just bought it.
Mm.
Have you tried Oak and Eden Wheat and Spire, Kyle?
Negative.
Michael Campbell wants to know.
I have not.
I have not either. Not that that's surprising because if
Anyone?
you haven't had it,
Oak and Eden?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Well, I haven't heard anyone talk about it. So
I bet you I know someone that if it is around, they will have tried it and made a review on it and can tell you all about the flavor notes and everything about it. So if you want, head on over to Mash and Drum and see if they have any flavor profiles on it because Jason's really good about all of that type of stuff.
I don't think it's a new one,
I haven't had it, so
but
I just assume if we don't have it, it has to be new because you have everything.
New is in perspective.
New is relative.
Yeah.
Wow, Andrew Spurrell says that the legal age is 18 here, and he's never had to deal with that crap. I didn't know that there was a state that still had the legal age of 18.
he might not be in the U.S.
Oh, where are you? That's a good point.
You racist.
Sorry, it's not racist. It's what's it called? It's not xenophobic. It's
Xenophobic.
Xenophobic.
xenophobic. Thank you guys.
You're afraid of other countries.
I am not. I just assume everyone's an American.
Because we're in
They're
America.
definitely not.
No, they're not. But then again, there's places here in the States that just kind of turn a blind eye. I've been drinking since I can remember, and I've had cops stop me on the streets of certain cities and made sure that at 13, I knew exactly what I was drinking and how fast I was drinking it. So there's that too.
I did not get started anywhere near that early drinking.
I don't remember not drinking.
Weak sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, I also was the designated driver anytime my high school friends wanted to go throw a party. So I was like, okay, I'm driving. And they're like, why are you driving? You're not drinking? I'm like, I can go home and drink. Why am I going to drive? You guys are stupid.
Yep.
So John Krantz has a new Riff single barrel, unfortunately moving to the kill territory. Bottle kills are always great. This is the way. Get it done.
Yeah,
And then show us on Bourbon Blind Nation.
you can finish it off, John. We have faith in you.
Yes. Make it
Do
so.
it.
This is the way.
Somehow,
This
Jim.
is
Chug
the
it.
way.
Jim will show you how it's done.
Yep. Jim is very good at showing everyone how it's done.
He can lead by example with a Willet pot still.
No. Jim is no longer the standard bearer for chugging bottles. That would belong to now the machine. Tags down there.
I didn't do a bottle
He didn't
chug.
do any bottle chugs, but
Christ.
Yeah.
17 shots in 25 minutes was pretty impressive.
I wasn't that brave.
You might as well have it. 17 shots.
So how did you feel the next morning, Kyle?
So
Well,
no-
I was supposed to be at work at 8:30, and I didn't wake up till 10.
Yeah, so I went to a doctor's appointment with my wife. The appointment was at 8:30. We didn't get seen until 10:30, and I still beat Kyle to work.
Did you really?
Yes. He played like 30 seconds before you.
Really? And I had a
Yes.
and everything. What were you doing? Where did you go?
I don't know.
I went and did like a
He-
whole bunch of errands before I went to work. What?
He did. He clearly didn't remember how he got to work.
I don't know how he got to work because he left before I did, and I was getting kids ready, and I went to the post office, and I went to the juice shop, and
I'm guessing that when you're that hungover, you just drive real slow, like, oh God, I don't want to die.
I think I spent like 20 minutes walking around looking for my pants.
I believe
probably
that.
sitting
Oh,
on the
man.
chair in front of your face.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
That can happen.
fine. Erin even woke me up at like 9. She was like, "Hey, it's 9 o'clock."
It
I was like,
8:45. I'm like,
I was
didn't
like-
you have to be at work at 8:30?
"I was like, why are you waking me up?" And I rolled back over and went to sleep.
Like, okay.
You're probably still a 1-0 then. 0.10.
Man, boy, Mike, you're buzz killing, man. Come on, man.
It's all right. He did what he wasn't. He was still in bed.
You should have just looked at her, Kyle, and said, "This is the way."
This is the way.
I would have been like, okay.
I couldn't string that many words together.
It didn't help that we had a redhead in our bed too that we couldn't kick out because she was permanently stuck in the middle of the bed. So there was that too.
Oof.
That sounds way more exciting if you
Than
don't
it
know that
really
your
is.
daughter's a
And my
redhead.
daughter's the redhead.
Did someone just join the chat and then leave?
No,
Okay.
I maybe. We didn't see him. Have you gotten a text message saying why haven't you let me in?
No.
So John Krantz says that my older brother is an outlier, has 7 to 10 4 roses at barrel strength. Curious on what different recipes, but swears that Willet pot still is awesome. Any thoughts?
So,
It's a free country. You can be wrong.
well, I think Willet Pot Stilled, I think there's a large community of folks that really get into Willet Pot Stilled, and I think they'll tell you that it's changed over the years. And I've noticed that myself. I've had some that was really bad and some that was, I won't say great, but wasn't as bad as what Erin would say about it.
I was going to be nice and let you guys say what you think of pot still. So
Never had
I mean,
it.
case in point, bottoms up, Jim.
that's, there's, that may be too soon. Is it too soon, Jim, to talk about?
No, we can talk about it. I don't remember much of it, so.
He's like,
that.
talking
That's always
about
a
it
good
helps
thing.
me remember what happened. So
No, I remember the next day. It was mid-afternoon, and I thought it was 2 days later.
I believe that.
I would not be surprised on that. We were a
And
little
I
concerned.
wasn't in my house. I was in someone else's house.
I also believe that.
Yeah.
When you wake up after that much alcohol in someone else's house, it's always a good night.
Yes.
Maybe
That was, and I didn't have any clothes on.
Then you definitely had a good night.
This is the
Wouldn't
best
know.
story I've ever heard.
He may have had a good night. Maybe the people in that house were like, "Why is Jim naked on my couch?"
No, I woke up and I asked where my clothes were, and they said, "You came over like that."
They were like, "We weren't about to touch you and push you out, so we just gotta let that be."
And
Let
for
that
the
be where
record,
it is.
Jim does not live in an apartment.
I don't. Yeah. I've got really understanding neighbors. I'll put it that way.
Well, one of them's
He's
a
the
party
neighbor.
animal, so that helps.
Jim's the neighbor they talk about at block parties, like, "Oh, that's Jim," and they're like, "Oh."
Oh.
Yeah.
Or they say, "That's Jim," and they go, "Get that fucking guy a drink. We all gonna have a good time tonight."
That's hilarious.
He's the guy that when they show up, it's like, now it's a fucking party.
Yep. That happened. Yeah.
Like, it's either a party or cops are showing up in 10 minutes. We're not sure which.
Which makes it a party.
Robot Scott
Right?
wants to know, Jim, were you missing a kidney when you woke up with no clothes on in someone else's house?
I couldn't feel anything. I just woke up. It was sort of like an existential epiphany, and I just got out of the bed. It was actually a bed I was laying in, and then I realized I was not wearing clothes, and The only thing I could muster to say was, "Where are my clothes?" And they said, "You come over that way." So
They said, or the individual said?
You're actually getting serious about not going over with any clothes on. That's interesting.
no, I was, yeah. No, I'm serious.
Poor Jim.
David, you are breaking up really bad.
Oh,
There we go. Maybe.
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 There we go. Yep, you're good.
All right. Well, I had to plug my phone in.
Oh,
Were you having errand problems?
No, my I just
No, Kyle is.
downloading something extra. But
funny, Jim. Funny.
what'd you say?
Jim says that Kyle's having errand problems.
Oh,
Kyle was like a bit too close to home, thanks.
Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah.
It's been like a decade and a half.
I'm totally missing something. I'm gonna let that bounce off my forehead and be blonde.
yeah.
It's probably a good thing.
YW, I would probably say Old Bardstown.
So on the Willet theme, Johnny Drum, Pure Kentucky XO, Kentucky Vintage, or Old Bardstown. What does our panel say?
The Old Bardstown Estate, is it? I think that's what it is. It's
I think so.
really nice. It's got a lot of cinnamon on it. It reminds me a lot of a good Willet pot still. Just saying.
A good one.
A good one.
Good
Yeah.
one? Do they make a good one? It comes in good?
I'm telling you, they have.
it comes in pints.
Comes in good?
Good is all subjective.
This is true.
Aaron, it comes in pints.
Sweet. I like pints. I need my pint glass, my cup.
You could fill the whole thing up with Willet pot still.
Isn't
No, I'd
John
rather
Chug
fill
it.
it up with
Hookers.
no, that would kill me. With
A120.
that would be bad too. Liquid IV and chug it. That's what you need to do. That's what pints come in. It's good for pints. So what
Kyle,
is
we
it?
should try and get sponsored by Liquid IV as much as you talk about it.
Dude, it is
Mhm.
literally my cure-all. I was feeling like crap earlier and I chugged one of them and I'm starting to feel like a human being
We're
again.
going to move on to some yak.
Armagnac is amazing. That's what I'm drinking still. I'm nursing it.
I'm rocking some JW Damp.
Yeah.
Have you moved on from the William LaRue Weller? Jim?
I've got some here.
No, what are you drinking now? Shut up, Nick.
We call that JW Taint here, just because, but it's good.
Okay.
For what it was like $15. It's real strong.
It's nice. I like it.
It's
Yeah.
good. I like
it's
it.
it's a super smooth, easy drink that's got a decent amount of flavor and isn't offensive on any front.
Agreed.
And
YW
it's
is
100
talking.
proof.
YW is talking about getting into various bourbons under $30, and we spoke about Wild Turkey 101, which I think is really good. But the JW Taint is definitely one you want to put in there as well.
Yeah, the Evan Williams Bottled and
I
Bonds,
think I
another
mentioned
one
that one.
that's like right there.
Did you say JW Taint?
Yes, that's what he's calling it. He means JW Dan.
That's hilarious.
He means what he said.
Yeah, I meant it that way.
David, are you drinking scotch yet?
I am actually, since
I knew it.
everyone wants to give me shit over it.
He goes from bourbon to scotch like that.
I've
You
got
Cut
no
him off.
either.
He doesn't like bourbon.
Just a smidgen.
Andrew, you
I
moved
love
on yet, buddy?
I'm on Four Roses single barrel OESK, 10 years, 11 months. Total Wine just
Shit.
got some in.
Damn. What do you think about that?
It is great. Red apples, green apples, a lot of fruit, a lot of cinnamon. It's delicious.
Nice.
Bayou Dram says, don't forget about the old Granddad 114.
I need some more OESK.
I'm not a big
Oh.
fan of the old Granddad.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I love the old Granddad Bonded. The 114, it's just been hit or miss, and lately it's been missed for me.
Yes. The Bonded is where it's at. The 114. Every bottle I get of 114 just seems hot.
Yep.
Like there's just a shit ton of ethanol.
Yep. And another one that people talk about is the Fighting Cock. And
That's just nasty.
That
No,
one,
not chicken cock. Fighting cock. They're different.
yeah.
I thought both of them were nasty.
Anything with cock title is not going to be good.
What, Jim?
The Fighting Cock to me recently just has been really, really hot and acidic. And I just don't like it.
The first couple times I tried the Fighting Cock, I did not get, because you see on like the forums and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, it's so good, and I was like, I'll try it. I was not a huge fan. I really wasn't.
No, I mean, I haven't had any recently in the last few years that I even wanted to drink, and so it definitely wasn't one that I would put into that, fighting over its weight class for sure.
I think I bought one bottle of it like 2 or 3 years ago, and there's probably still over 3/4 of it left somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Well, into that under $30, I mean, Old Forester Signature. There's another one.
Yeah,
Kyle's grabbed it and has it right next to us.
That's a readily daily go-to right there.
No
How
doubt.
about the bottle that you just did a review on?
Which one did we just do?
The Distiller's Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
It's
luck.
fucking delicious.
That's
but
awesome. I love the Distiller's Cut.
if we could still get that in Tennessee, I would definitely drink it more often.
Yeah.
It's all gone there, huh? All dried up.
Oh, it's been all gone for like almost a year now.
Yeah, it was a release thing.
Just
It's
to let you know,
still
Ron's confused in the chat. Do you have? He's asking if Andrew has a channel. Andrew Pham is also Andrew Patrick. They're the same person, Ron. So just to let you know.
Does Andrew have a channel?
Does Andrew have a
Should
channel?
have a channel. He's
He
pretty
needs
awesome.
a channel just like that. He's pimping it.
He does breakdancing, I think, on his channel.
Yeah.
I do homemade Hawaiian lei making on my channel.
Sweet. I would drunk. You got to do it drunk. Underwater basket weaving as well, right?
He also does a channel on how California wine's better than French wine, in particular with Chardonnay.
Chardonnay over what? What's the
Yeah,
dude,
Chablis.
my head keeps going in and out.
Well, just don't move.
Chablis?
My head's still like. Get rid of the background, please. This is tripping me
Wow.
out. Stop.
Oh my God, you guys are like a ghost, fading in, fading
I
out.
am. Kyle's fine. I'm the one that's
So, you guys were just talking about something
until Kyle
before Aaron.
Bourbon's good bourbon's under $30.
Distiller's
Yeah, that
Cut.
too.
We're talking
Well,
about how Andrew has a channel.
Will it pot still?
No, something after Andrew had a channel. I don't know. Aaron started freaking out and my mind went off.
Sorry.
Back to the good bourbons under $30. If you can find them at retail, Weller Special Reserve and just regular Buffalo Trace, I think are pretty solid. If you can find them at retail. Don't shake your head, Aaron.
I'm with her.
Thank you, Andrew.
Social
I'd say
distancing.
Buffalo
fist
Trace
bump.
store
Yeah,
pick.
total fist bump.
Buffalo Trace store pick, maybe, right?
No, that I would do. I want to like the distillery. The actual distillery is really cool, but I don't like much juice out of Buffalo Trace.
Ooh, Rebecca says Rebel Yell 100.
There you
Yes.
go. That's a good one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Victor says that's a good. Victor also chimed in with that as well, and I would definitely say yes.
Yep.
When
And
you-
even the regular Rebel Yell is not bad. It's not.
really
It's not
wish-
as good as the 100.
the 100 is where it's at.
I really wish they still made the small batch reserve. That shit was awesome.
I wish they made
Yeah.
the Heaven Hill green label.
They're not making that anymore,
No, not
Kyle?
green, yeah, white label. Which one is it?
the
White
100.
label.
That one was amazing for under, but it's gone.
I just gave another bottle of the green label away today.
So they're not making the Rebel Yell Special Reserve anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh,
The small batch reserve. I haven't been able to find
Small
it.
batch, yeah. I've got a couple bottles of that, and it's really nice.
It's fucking delicious.
I mean, that was like $18 a bottle.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh,
No, YW, I don't like Buffalo Trace. I'm sorry. I really want
Kyle, I
to.
need to get one of those Heaven Hill green labels from you.
Okay.
I got a question for you.
I mean,
Kyle.
it's only in your closet in your office. I mean, we are
No,
all.
it's not. It's out here.
It was
In the
in your
garage.
closet in the office when you guys
No.
were gone.
Right.
Yeah, David.
Trust.
Okay. Thought David and I were talking about
No,
drinking it.
trust.
Okay, it was something else. Then.
Yes.
I'll shut up.
I have a question for the chat and for you guys. What's easier to get, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or these Four Roses store picks? Just any of them.
The OBSV or
Any of them.
I would say probably the regular standard OBSV Four Roses would be easier
Well,
than Elijah
he's talking
Craig.
about store
And the
picks.
store picks.
Oh, the store picks,
Yeah,
not
the
just
store
single
pick.
barrel.
I'd say
The single
probably a Four Roses store pick's easier to find
Yeah, probably
I
store
would say
more
picks.
too.
consistently, at least.
I think that would be a good kind of head to head. Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs against Four Roses cast strength, just in general.
Middle Tennessee gets quite a few store picks. Tennessee in general does. And I think I've seen personally like 2 bottles of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in Tennessee in the last
Really?
3 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
Everything I've gotten is from when I travel.
Wow.
So
Yeah, the bottles I got one in Mississippi when we went to Lincoln Road package store, and then I got 1 or 2 in Louisiana when we were there.
yeah.
It was
Someone
crazy.
on
In
the chat,
Louisiana, they were like double wide facing on the shelves, just packed all the way back. It
someone
was
at
nuts.
someone on the chat in the beginning said they just saw A120 in Costco, wherever they are, for I think $49.
I think it was
That
59.
might be worth buying at
59.
Costco.
Buy a case.
I'd buy it.
$49. That's a pretty good price.
Yeah, it is.
What
I
I
think
labeled
was
it as.
59.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would
so I
love
guess
a
it just depends on.
519 Elijah Craig barrel. We have I think we have at least one. That's
519 is
amazing.
the shit.
519 is really good.
Yeah, B519 done is super good.
Rebecca Page agrees that in the Middle Tennessee, she sees a ton more for roses than she does Elijah Craig barrel proof.
It probably just depends on where you are then.
It really varies state by state.
Yeah.
And that's what
You
I
talking
hate. Like, can we please get rid of this 3-tier bullshit? But
Are you talking about store picks of Four Roses?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I have never seen a store pick of Four Roses in Michigan, but I could go buy a case of the C919 right now.
That's because, yeah.
That's tragic. That's really tragic because that's hard to get the 10 recipes then.
Well, there's
I
some
guess,
states like they don't even get store picks of anything, like let alone Four Roses. Like they don't get
That
any
makes me
store
want to
picks.
cry. Like maybe I'm just a spoiled brat then because I'm like, oh yeah, we can go get that. We can go get that. I know what's in
You
my-
are.
Oh, yeah. It was
Like, I could
John.
go to-
He said 59 at Costco.
I could go to 3 stores and they have probably over 150 barrel picks between the 2 of them in stock right now.
That's because you have the ultimate liquor store in Memphis, Tennessee.
Right.
We do.
With the best damn owner. I can't wait to go there when I come to
Yeah.
Nashville.
Well, you know, we're only a few hours away, David.
Except
So
for
if I
the
know
social
what-
distancing bullshit.
This is a good one. Bayou Dram said he can still get A119 or C919. That's a dilemma. I mean, for me, A119 is it, but C919 was really tough to drink at first, but it kind of developed after you opened it up. And
A was really good, but I really think B was where it's at last year.
Mhm.
well, yeah, but B's not in the equation. It's A or C. Come on.
Don't get the A120 by you. A120 is nasty.
Everyone else here disagrees with you.
Unless you like cherries.
Unless
If
you like cherries. I
It's
guess
great.
Well, how
Here's the
about
thing. If you
Well,
like
every-
Stag Junior, get it.
I mean, will everybody agree that the A120 is off profile?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what threw me.
I guess
Jim,
I
do you
should
agree
say it
with-
that way then.
Do you agree with David's statement he just said? that if you like Stag Juniors, you'd like the one we just had, the
A120. Yeah,
So-
probably.
I just had a
Because I
stag.
agree with it.
I just had
agree
the
with him
Stag Junior
wholeheartedly.
Batch 12, and it's nothing like it.
Well,
I think
12 is
if you like
phenomenal.
E.H. Taylor, you'll like the A120.
I found the B519 at Costco in Fresno when I went.
Ron says that he likes the Chattanooga whiskey 111 and the Jack. I think it's Jack Daniels is what he's saying. Barrel proof.
Yeah.
Jack Roof is awesome.
Oh, very much so.
Chattanooga's putting out some awesome stuff.
They
If
are.
I
you
think
can get
that's
a
the
whole-
first sample I ever got from you guys was at Chattanooga. That was
If you-
damn good.
If you can get the stout finished, or the beer finished ones, what I absolutely loved about Chattanooga is somehow they incorporated the fizz into their bourbon, and that was the most coolest thing ever. It has lost its fizz now because it's been open for so long, but the neck pour of that was just super cool and super interesting to get like that beer yeasty fizziness into the bourbon. That
Yeah.
is something completely different.
What I really like about the Chattanooga beer barrel finish is that they're all local breweries, and they only do them one time. So you get to try out all these super different finishes every time they do it, and they're really cool. The Mexican hot chocolate stout that me and Kyle got when we went through Chattanooga last time was like fantastic.
I don't think so. I didn't
I
get
don't
one.
think I have had that. Do
Did
you
you not?
still have that, or did your contractors drink that one?
Oh no, I have that. They didn't touch it. They
damn.
drank my
Nick was
Joseph
so nice
Magnus.
and gave his contractors like half his alcohol unknowing to him.
No. I didn't give shit.
I didn't. I said unknowingly. I did
Yeah,
say unknowingly.
Yeah, they
Unbeknownst to him.
finished my Joseph Magnus, but left my Chattanooga beer barrel finished alone.
Wait, did they steal from you or someone gave it to them?
No, they
They
helped
drank.
themselves.
They helped
Oh, yeah.
themselves to my liquor.
Yeah.
No.
They left the
way.
bottles, so the
You missed
bottles.
out on that.
They didn't leave the bottles. I
Oh, no?
found some of them in the yard.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Straight
It's
up,
a great
bro.
story.
I had
Straight
the
the
same
fuck
thing
up.
happen
They
to me.
drank $600 of my bourbon
No.
Jesus.
in
I
a
had
matter
the
of
same thing-
2 weeks.
I had the same thing happen to me because we had a tornado here and I had a lot of work done on my place, and I took all the bourbon out and put it all over in the kitchen, and there was a lot of my bourbon missing.
So fucked up.
That's so
I'm
wrong.
Yeah.
still like going. I still like open up the cabinet and are like, are there bottles here that aren't here that should be? Or,
Are
Yeah.
you still reminiscing? It's been almost like what, 9 months, 8 months?
they finished work in July or August.
Close enough.
Well,
Yeah,
Nick,
so
just think how Kyle feels when you come over and drink some of his stuff.
No, we know what he
But
drinks.
the difference is that I'll have a pour, whereas they were having like
bottle.
glasses. Like
Dude, I don't know what I would have done.
I made them.
How they gone?
I made them pay me. That's what I fucking
Oh.
did. Is I made them.
Oh,
pay
you
me.
did?
Oh yeah.
Good for you, man.
I was like, hey,
They
didn't
figured,
say
oh, he
anything
lives
when I
in a
saw you having some
mansion. He's
drinks.
fine.
Yeah.
They figured, oh,
So,
he
like-
has a mansion. He doesn't need.
it's first off far from a mansion.
Please,
So-
crown molding.
Is
I see
that the
that
definition
shit.
of a mansion in California?
That's because it was
now?
built in
You have ground
1927.
Yeah, it was literally built forever ago.
This house,
Houses out
no.
here.
This house was built in the early '80s.
Really?
Yeah,
I believe
they
it.
just built it to look fucking old.
El Loco Coco said, "Hang him."
Yeah.
I'm real close to hanging them with their own rope.
Okay, so we're talking about bourbons that drink beyond their weight class. And one that we haven't mentioned, and Kyle gave it a really high review in a blind. We haven't spoken about this brand yet for, I think, good reason, but what about Dickel? Dickel 12.
Yep.
I like
I've
it.
never had it.
And I'm going back to
You've
going
never
back to
had it, man?
YW because YW wants to pick up a bunch of bourbon that's really good for under $30.
That would
And-
definitely
I know
be
it's
one.
not-
would be definitely on there.
I know it's not under 30, but if he can find some of the bottled and bond,
That's actually what I was about to say. The bottle and bond is really good.
retail on it's like
Dickel 12 is good, too.
35. I just don't know how much it is where he is. I've seen it as high as $60 a bottle.
What?
Yeah, in Nashville.
No.
Yeah, $59.95.
But the Dickel 12, I get that for like $22.
Yeah,
And
and it's fantastic.
That's a great bourbon. If you can get past that Fred Flintstone vitamin C. I mean, if you're tasting vitamin C or Fred Flintstone vitamins with Dickel, you're kind of screwed. You're not going to like it, but
It's healthy for you. It's good for you. Vitamins help you.
yeah. Until you pay like $300 for a bottle of barrel that is Dickel juice, and it tastes like Fred Flintstone vitamin.
Just trying to reminisce of your childhood.
Exactly.
I don't know that I'd pay $300 for a bottle of barrel.
I paid $325 for the.
YW wants to know your opinions. He's asking Rebecca, but we'll throw it out to the group as well. On Dickel 12, do you guys get the mineral note on it?
I don't.
I don't.
No, not
I
many.
do not.
Never had it.
Yeah.
I
So-
honestly don't remember.
David says he does. Andrew's never had it. Nick can't remember, and the other 3 people say no. So
No.
there's a thought.
I think it's one of those things like some people get it, some people don't.
I get it from time to time. I don't remember if I got it on the Dickel 12 or not.
Some people think celery tastes like soap. Not
That's
celery.
interesting.
Some people are
Cilantro.
wrong.
I had a buddy that
Cilantro.
ginger tasted like soap. He couldn't taste ginger.
I was about to say that ginger is another one that people think tastes
Weird.
like soap.
He could eat peel a stick of ginger and just gnaw on it, and it couldn't taste like anything.
I could do that, but I like ginger.
Like, I like ginger, but not that.
Mothballs. Ron Krantz gets mothballs after Dickel Barrel Select.
Barrel Select tastes like custard to me.
Interesting.
This
Interesting.
RC6 is so good.
What is
That
Andrew?
RC6 is
Yes,
so
it-
good.
Oh yeah.
I've got
It's
some.
like, it tastes so
Right
good.
Of
there.
course
Oh
you
look,
do.
Jim's got it
Look,
in
Jim's
reach.
got it within reach. He doesn't even have to get up.
I just happen to have some.
I'm convinced
is.
you just sleep in that corner surrounded by an impenetrable wall of bourbon.
Well,
he
I
has to learn
have
to jump.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I've got 30 bottles.
And if you hear that shaking in the background, it's Jim's liver saying, "Oh fuck."
Oh yeah.
No,
I
Jim's
thought
liver
we
was made
were
of
counting
steel.
the layers of bottles.
I think it already took a cab to like New York. It's saying that it would rather deal with the coronavirus than all of the alcohol Jim's drinking.
I think New York had like almost 11,000 new cases yesterday.
Oh.
At this point, it's like just shrug your shoulders.
Right, they're getting
Okay.
hit fucking hard.
I think they had
My daughter-
800 die today.
My
Yeah.
daughter's a nurse right outside of New York City in New Jersey, and the whole hospital's been overrun.
I
Yeah.
bet.
It's just maddening.
Your daughter's a hero, Jim.
You know
Yeah.
what? She is. And she had a hard time at first, but she, it's like going to war. She realized she's got to do it, and she's going to be safe, and she just has to deal with it. And
I'm excited that there's going to start on an upper note on this. They're going to start testing people for the antibodies. There's a new antibody test coming out. I think it's just been released so that we can find out how many of the population actually has had this prior to this outbreak and like from November, because they're saying now that it may have been in this country from November on. So that's exciting.
In other words, it's been here since July.
Yeah, they're saying that test should be available within the next 30 to 60 days.
Super stoked so that we can start getting a handle on this, and maybe your daughter is immune to it, hopefully, along with
one. And not only is Jim's daughter a hero, but Andrew and Mike are also heroes. For
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to you guys, man.
Whatever you got.
Cheers, guys.
You're on the front lines, man. I mean, and that's got to be some scary shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, this Maker's Mark RC6, man. I would drink this every day if I could. I just don't have enough of it.
I would take that bottle to bed with me and tuck it in.
Oh man, it is so.
Nick, are you of the opinion that if you went through a really bad divorce, you would make sure you got that bottle in the divorce?
Oh shit, David! Wait a minute now.
You have to have a kid.
Bottles. Okay, first of all bottles.
David, wait a minute.
What?
We need a little intervention here. Are you thinking about going through a divorce? I mean,
no, I'm quoting.
Are you trying to do like market research before you file?
No. What I'm.
You walked into that one blind.
Come on. We love your wife. Your wife is amazing. You have a beautiful family. David, don't do that.
I'm quoting a Mr. Nick Hamner in the Joseph Magnus review that said, if I went through a divorce, I would make sure that I got this bottle in the divorce.
I did say that, and I did mean that.
Did you really? Where was I for that part?
In the living room, where you always are when we record.
I have to go sit in my corner and be quiet.
But no, I would put that RC6 right below the Magnus.
So I sent a bottle of Joseph Magnus, your Jesus juice. We all tasted it on a blind, and this stuff was horrible. And I bought 3 bottles of it. And it sucked. So I sent Kyle a bottle. I think he lost it somewhere in the mix of the 20,000 bottles that he has.
Last I saw it, I don't know if he moved it or not. It was in his office behind his desk.
And you tried it.
Drink it because it sucks.
I tried it,
bad.
and it was good, but not as good as the one that I have at the
stuff
house.
that I had sucked so bad you wouldn't say it was good. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I think I remember Nick saying it was not good.
The stuff that I had was so bad. There's nobody that would ever drink a bourbon and would say that it's not bad. Everybody would say that it's
wow. That's strong.
It was probably cork.
It was probably the worst bourbon I ever drank in my life.
So Jim's rule of thumb now is if Nick says he doesn't like it, he's going to buy a case.
No, I think Nick's a douche, so I'm not going to buy anything.
Nick is a douche. You're not wrong.
Right?
That is true. That's fucking true.
So what's weird is that I'm pretty sure the bottle that you sent is the same batch that I have at my house, and the 2 bottles are not the same. Like they don't drink the same.
I mean, literally, I did it on a blind, and everybody was like, "This stuff sucked," and I'm like, "Yeah, guess what? This is the Joseph Magnus Jesus juice, and it sucks." And everybody.
Do you want to know what the hilarious part about all this is? I saw someone in another chat in a different channel call it Joseph Magnus Jesus juice.
That's funny.
It made my night.
I'm over here setting trends, guys. Setting trends. Okay.
No, I blinded Nick with it at the office, and he was like, that's really not like, he's like, that's weird. It's not good. Like,
yeah, it was horrible.
Like it was good. And then it took like a hard left and was like, that's weird.
I like it a lot. It's delicious.
So it was like the Elijah Craig store pick for Kyle that you ruined.
Yeah. Did you fucking ruin for me?
That was hilarious. That I did get to watch.
It's fun to do that sometimes to somebody that has 600 bottles.
How much is that bottle?
100.
The Magnus?
Hey, I actually know the price of a bottle. Lord help us all.
It's $100.
Yeah, it's $100.
It's $100. I heard these guys rave about it, and I went out. I had to buy some, FOMO, and it was around Christmas time, and I went into this liquor store in Montgomery County, and they had 3 of them, so I bought all 3. I'm thinking, all right, I'm good to go. I'm covered. And I had the first drink of it. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking horrible.
Quick, retract your Patreon and all, because we lie.
Right? I know. So I waited a couple of weeks and I drank it again. I was like, God damn, this is bad. And I gave it to a bunch of the Patreon members, and they're like, yeah, this shit's fucking horrible.
It was bad. I remember drinking it with you.
It was.
So Miko's here from Finland, you guys. So raise a glass. Miko, go ahead and pour some. You need to go pour some bourbon into your coffee with some nice heavy Irish cream, and head your either stay at home. If
No,
you're
If you guys
around,
are staying at home, man, just
start
6:45
drinking.
a.m. Yeah,
6:45
just kill it, man. Just start drinking it.
Start getting wrecked.
Yep.
Pour some bourbon in your cereal.
Right?
I would
Corey
say
did
Bailey's.
today.
Put Bailey. You know, I have to try this. I actually have Lucky Charms right now, but Bailey's and Lucky Charms, we might be onto something.
Hell yeah.
I put Bailey's in my cereal. I mean,
No?
fuck it, why not?
You say no?
I'll put cereal in my Bailey's.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Mike has higher standards than we do.
I don't know, man.
My wife put 101 in our chocolate toffee cookies.
Hell yeah. I cook with bourbon all the time, or any alcohol for that matter.
I put bourbon in my chili every time I make it.
I bet it gives it a good flavor.
It does.
I put bourbon in my bubble bath.
There you go.
Actually, what else is really good is if you're smoking, like smoking meat, and you do the Texas Crunch and you wrap it in foil. When you go to wrap it, put like a half a cup or a cup of bourbon in there.
It'll help break
Fucking
down the
delicious.
fats and it'll go into the
Ooh.
muscle tissue. Yeah.
Yep. And it really doesn't even like you really can't even taste it. It just makes like
All the
it makes
flavors
everything better. Yeah.
So what you do
Bailey's
is you
and
bring a cup out and you put half a cup on the meat and half a cup down your gullet.
There you
That
go.
works too.
Hey, you're doing the Julia Childs. Rebecca says Bailey's and Lucky Charms are magically delicious. I really think I need to try this out. Oren ate all of the marshmallows out of our Lucky
He did.
Charms.
As
Kaden
a
was
4-year-old would.
right, and Kaden was like up in arms, mad at him. But I was like, hey, the cereal part of it's not bad. I haven't had Lucky Charms, I think, since I was like, 7 or 8.
Rebecca says Joseph Magnus is hit or miss, especially batch 42. She
Right?
regrets paying $120 for it.
So, I mean, that's the thing. And when you buy a bottle of bourbon and you're paying, north of $100 for it, and it sucks, where's your recourse?
Yeah.
There
Start
isn't
using
one.
it as a mixer.
Give it to your neighbors and watch them make funny faces and get some joy out of it.
And flame the shit out of them.
Or you could just give it to someone as a
Jeez.
gift, like be like, hey, Merry Christmas, put a bow on it, make sure this, melt the wax or put something on it. Merry Christmas,
Somebody's retirement party at work. Not that you'll have those anytime soon, but
Let it go, Jim.
feel like I got you a really nice bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
Just try not to make a face when you do it. I got you a bottle of bourbon.
It's really good. I've had it before.
Bourbon and grits. Ooh.
No, I get pissed off when I pay a lot of money for a bourbon and it sucks.
I'd be
You-
mad too.
What I want to know is how does a single batch be hit or miss?
The only thing I can think of is barrels go in different parts of the warehouse, and maybe it was like in a
But
sunshiny.
if they batch it all together, it should be the same. But like
barrel
Kyle-
has a lot to do with it.
right, but then they put all the barrels
But it's
together.
all the barrels are mixed together when they're bottled. And
It's a
my
batch.
bottle that I have, which is from the
Oh,
same batch,
that
if I'm not
makes sense.
mistaken, is the one that Jim
was.
had. My bottle is good.
And the one that
Yeah.
I had was delicious, which was also the same batch that Jim had.
Jim,
Right.
Bayou says to leave out your bad bottles for your contractors.
I can, yeah. And that on my show will be fucked up. My paint will be all 3 different colors. And I won't be able to walk up my stairs straight. They'll be all pissed.
The guys that are
I
building
feel
the
like you're
studio
not
start
walking
every
up
morning
here.
with a drink. So
Yeah, they're drinking beers as they're up like 10 feet in the air, climbing on scaffolding that's not even like attached to the wall.
To be fair, I feel like Jim not walking upstairs straight has nothing to do with contractors.
You're not wrong.
So actually, the bottle that Jim sent was from a different batch, I believe. I believe his was from batch 50, and you had batch 45 or something.
Jesus. You're probably not wrong, David, but Props for remembering that.
I know that Nick and Kyle's bottle that they tried on the bourbon blind was in the 40s, because I bought batch 48 and it was okay, not great. They had an earlier batch, like it was either 43 or 45, and then you, I think, had batch 50. I could be wrong.
So this one is batch 49.
Okay,
and it's fantastic.
Sorry, I'll shut up then.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Maybe it got better as it went along.
You go grab me the one that says Joseph Magnus on it.
Bayou Dream says maybe it's the cork issue. Maybe when corking it, they didn't do a great job. Maybe when corking it, they didn't do a great. That was weird.
That was weird.
Maybe.
YW says, Jim, what is your benchmark bottle?
Oh.
Something real expensive.
Kind of. So my benchmark bottle, honestly, is Old Carter American.
That does not surprise me.
That's a tough benchmark, man.
And you fuckers can't get it. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I mean, it's just.
So next month, Jim sends out samples to us instead of Kyle sending out samples.
I literally sent out samples to most of you guys. You don't get it, Nick, because you don't raid, but everybody else has had it. I'll defer to everybody else. Old Carter American. I mean, come on.
Maybe if Nick was in the chat more often, he'd get
right.
more love.
Yeah.
I'll send Nick. Send me your, and actually YW. Send Bourbon Blind your address, and I'll send you my benchmark bourbon.
Aw.
Well, what's
I kind of started out saying Nick, and then he was like, "No, fuck Nick. We'll give it to YW."
Well, actually, that seems like a good question for the group. What's your guys' benchmark bourbon?
Agree.
Will you hand me that old Pachero?
That's not a bourbon, though, brother. Sorry.
No, I know it's
12.
not.
Right. So he said bourbon. So shut up and answer the question.
For me, there's different. Like I have a benchmark bourbon for each price category. Like if it's under
Good point.
$20, whatever, it's Evan Williams Bottled in Bonds, and then Wild Turkey 101, and then Four Roses Single Barrel, and then Russell's Reserve Single Barrel.
I'm surprised that Chris wasn't in there.
So if like when we do the show, I try really hard not to compare it against other bottles that are out there for the price, because 90% of the stuff would be screwed. But
good point.
Just as a person, like if I'm going to pay more than $60 for a bottle, it better be at least as good as Russell's Reserve.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. I've had like a lot of the Russell's Reserve single barrels, even just the regular off the shelf stuff at Kyle's house that are really good, and then store picks just seem to get really good and way better.
I have a question for all y'all, especially if you pick Russell's Reserve. Would you rather Russell's Reserve or Knob Creek?
Russell's.
Really?
Russell's for sure.
Russell's.
Not Creek's good, but it's not my wheelhouse.
Agreed.
Russell's.
Right, I agree. I totally agree with you.
I just think that Russell's is, in my opinion, across the board, a far more pleasant from all aspects bourbon. Whereas Knob Creek, you've really got to have you've got to go after that flavor profile to really enjoy a Knob Creek consistently.
Okay, I get you.
Rebecca says Russell's too, only because Rebecca knows what she's talking about.
Rebecca sounds like a truly amazing person.
I totally agree.
David, you're married. Stop flirting.
I'm not.
Riker can't help himself.
She likes scotch, Rebecca.
I'm sitting here drinking some quality scotch right now.
What are you drinking, David?
He's drinking scotch.
I know. Which one?
He's asking which one.
Dalmore
I'm drinking a scotch called Jura 10 years.
Is that Indian?
No,
Sounds
this
Japanese.
is actually got a little bit of peat flavored to it. It's interesting.
Delicious.
So Ron says
Jim's
that
got the
his is
greatest American
Saint
whiskey
Paul-
ever made.
I've never heard of this one. Has anyone heard
I
of the
do.
Saint? Ron says that his is the Saint followed by George T. Stagg. I don't know how to scroll up on this. Shit. Followed by something else. If I could,
Use 2 fingers.
Benchmark
Use 2 fingers,
for
honey.
me,
I don't know what I'm doing. Can't fix it. I broke it.
my benchmark would be Stag Junior Batch 12.
What do
You wouldn't be wrong.
And Whistle Pig.
Oh.
5.
I just think Batch 12 has the best balance
It's
with
really
the-
good for.
with the
I
most
had a.
proof, like totally married perfectly. You get proof, you get flavor, you get age.
That's one of the ones that actually really surprised me with that one.
I'd pay
I
200
absolutely
bucks.
agree.
I'd pay 200 bucks for a Batch 12.
John Krantz, David's asked, or sorry, other way around. David, John Krantz is asking, have you ever tried the Aaron 10?
No, I'm relatively new to the Scotch game, but I've tried a shitload of bourbon though. I will say that.
What's up, Richie?
Cheers, Richie. Maiko says that is JD single barrel select 47% worth the buy. Depends on what you're buying.
Yes.
It from,
There's
Maiko.
Yes.
there's some really good single barrel Jack.
There really is.
Jack is awesome.
Yeah.
The barrel proof is really good.
The barrel proof's amazing. You don't get
Absolutely.
banana.
No
You
doubt.
get more banana bread instead of like straight up bananas.
Here's the thing. Go to Sam's Club and buy your Jack Daniel's single barrel. It's $39, okay?
You can do that in your state.
Yeah, I live in Indiana, so I can get Jack Daniel's single barrel for $39 at Sam's Club. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is at a whole nother level though. And
Yeah.
for $69, probably one of the best values in bourbon. Jack Daniel's, without a doubt, the most underrated single barrel program out there.
Look at David, man, laying it down.
Right?
Rebecca,
Right.
I have not had a redemption mistake.
Anyone else in the chat had redemption mistake?
Nope.
I would say that's a big negative.
I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you.
I've made
I
a lot
need
of
redemption for some mistakes.
Go to church tomorrow then.
Yep.
They're closed.
It's social distancing.
that's
I
right.
can't do that.
God is
They're
closed
closed.
today. Sorry.
No,
keep
God's
forgetting
live
about
streaming on Facebook starting at 10:30.
There you go.
Darn, Nick, I'm really looking for that 2:15 service. All right. I'll have to pray a little more.
Just
Keep drinking.
start the live stream and then pause it and wait till 2:15. Problem solved.
Are your cheeks
Man.
rosy?
Mine?
No, David's.
Yes.
Are your cheeks
No, it's
rosy?
no.
Yeah, I'm really warm in here. My wife has the heat on right now. I don't know why.
So take
You have a
off your
sweatshirt,
damn
too.
sweatshirt.
And he's sitting there wearing a hoodie. He's like, it's really hot in here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show us
well,
what you showed us yesterday.
It's my drink blind hoodie. I thought it was appropriate.
You got to represent.
Yep.
right.
Drink wine, honey.
Hey,
Let's
I'm
have a
cheating.
heat stroke on the live stream.
So I'm cheating on Bourbon Blind.
I'm
Oh God, not those guys.
I'm wearing one from
we're the bourbon
Chewy's.
blind.
I'm just cheating on Bourbon Blind. It's okay.
I'm wearing a
I have
Target shirt
A work shirt on.
Kyle
because
wanted
I
to
don't
feel
have any
professional.
shirts yet.
He doesn't
from
wear that to
Bourbon
work. I promise.
You do wear. He wears it to conventions. I've seen it.
Blind. Why is that bad?
I've
Uh,
actually seen that happen.
It's,
Kyle goes
it's a
shirtless
cute-
to work.
it's a
I-
cute shirt.
Probably could, to be honest with you.
Will's mom walks in and yells at all of us for what we're wearing.
I genuinely wouldn't even be surprised if I walked into the office and he was there not wearing a shirt. I'd be like, so that's what we're doing today. Okay.
So I have a
That's your
story
big-
on
that'd be
that,
your
Nick,
exact
and I'll
words.
tell you all about that one later.
That would be your exact words, Nick.
Be like, so this is today? Cool.
You just walk in and be like, yeah.
I've come in my pajama pants.
Literally just, yeah.
I have.
All right.
I showed up to work in my pajama pants more than once.
Nick comes in not wearing pants.
I want some Old Forester
I
1920.
don't think I've
You
ever
say
seen
that
Nick
like
not
it's a
have pants.
surprise, David.
I've seen Jason
want
with
some-
no pants. I don't think I've ever seen Nick without pants. That's saying something.
Kyle has multiple times.
I know, but
Multiple.
you lived on my couch for how many years? And I don't think I've ever seen you just wandering around aimlessly in your boxers.
I mean, I'm more than happy to fix that for you at any time.
No, I was just commenting. You're one of the few, actually. Anywho, now that we've
Bye.
divulged all this, yeah.
Bayou Drams wants to know, how does the Russells compare to the rare breed?
I would take Russell's.
Russell's every day.
No,
Great,
not which one you want. How does it compare?
great question. Awesome question.
Russell's is
Yeah,
definitely
it is.
more complex for me. More well balanced.
Yeah, rare breed's super good though.
Rare breed is, but if
It can be.
Rare breed.
I like mixing my rare breed, I don't feel bad when people mix my rare breed. If someone mixed my Russell's Reserve or my Russell's store picks, I would be kind of mad.
I think one comparison is Russell's Reserve is a lot better drinkable.
Yeah.
Sure.
I could take sip after sip after sip after sip after sip of Russell's. Rare breed, I'm like, God damn, this is good, but this is.
You gotta be in the
shit
mood.
right here.
Got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
To
rare
me,
breed, but
Russell's-
most of YW.
To me, Russell's is way creamier.
Exactly.
They're
Word.
very different. Same mash bill,
Yeah.
right? But they're
Yeah.
really different.
The
And
116
Russell's
rare
is-
breed, I get a lot of like caramel, and I get a lot of char. I get like barrel, like
I get
straight
a
barrel.
lot of fruit. I'm drinking a pick. It's a CNF,
Oh, okay.
and it's really fruity.
Fruity.
But I'm getting a ton of caramel and intense flavor off of the rare breed.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it's a toss up, really.
I think so too. I mean, the 116, I did a bottle kill of that in Hawaii one week, and I drank it every day, and it was easily one of my favorite like daily nightly pours that I had in a while. And it's $40, $45.
Yeah.
The Whiskey Scout said, I like both Russell's Reserve and Knob Creek, but I have a Knob Creek store pick barrel 4429 by the fridge, 13-year-old, one of the best I've ever had. I have one bottle squirreled away for the end of the world.
Go drinking.
Nice.
Yeah, get it out now.
Good news. Here we are.
Yeah, how much more expensive is Russell's than rare breed?
Like $20.
$20.
At the
15,
most.
$20.
Would you say the experience you get from a Russell's is better for the $20? Like, is it worth it?
I
No.
think so.
I wouldn't say so either, Jim. I'm with you, buddy.
No, I
Yeah,
don't. I mean, so I drank. This was like 20 years ago when 20 years ago, and I drank exclusively rare breed, smoking cigars, fly fishing, and
It was also back when you could get Pappy for $15, apparently.
I knew it was coming.
it was $70. Pappy's was $70.
We don't say
Honestly,
the P word.
but rare breed was just right on the money, and Russell's is really good, but it's not worth the difference for me. I mean, I guess it's just what you're looking for in a bourbon.
That's enough of that, Kyle.
Sorry. I'm still recovering from Thursday.
What recovery? You were perfectly, besides sleeping in, you wouldn't even known you had that much bourbon. It was disgusting.
Hey, Kyle, I couldn't look at the spreadsheet, but have you done a blind on Turkey 101?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did you say for that? How much would you
I think
pay?
it was like $80.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what it was.
There was
That
a
is-
So
so
the still-
someone asked you a question. Nate.
So the Distiller's cut is right there with it, huh? According to that format.
No,
According to
it's
that
not.
format, yeah. I'd probably
Yeah.
still put 101 slightly above Distiller's Cut.
But that's just what you say. I mean, I'm just talking about that format.
Right. But I mean, yeah, obviously that kind of varies day to day, but
Slightly, not by
True.
much.
yeah. But as a whole, like both of those are well worth more than what their shelf price is.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you for pointing out, Andrew, that note that I couldn't figure out in Distiller's
It's fennel,
Cut.
dude. It's
really
fennel.
was.
It's astringency. It's
It really it ruined it for me that night. I really do like Distiller's Cut, but that the first taste was amazing. The second taste, I was like, "What is that?"
it's not by accident. I think that fennel is in there to add complexity. I think they did that.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Keith said Kyle did a coffee spoon slurp for me on his birthday. I totally forgot about that.
Yes, you did.
I remember that now, but I had totally forgotten about that.
Yes, he did.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, Rebecca wants to know, if you love your whiskey, don't use it as wall cleaner. If you love your whiskey, yes, no, I would not use it as wall cleaner if I liked it.
I mean, solid life recommendation.
Yep.
Not one I knew we needed.
I was expecting it was a question. I'm sorry, it had a tag on it, so I've been just reading stuff. If you want me to read something out aloud, put Bourbon Blind in front of it, and I will read the dictionary. So yeah, there's that.
Challenge accepted. Somebody in the comments needs to go ahead and start posting the dictionary, but tagging Bourbon Blind every time.
What was it? Anchorman?
Yep.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego. It's like he'll read anything on the teleprompter.
That's Aaron.
That's me. Yes, I am Aaron Ragsdale, you jackass.
I'm Aaron Ragsdale?
Who is it?
Everybody hears you knocking.
I'm interested to know what the viewers, the Patreon folks think is the best bourbon under $30.
$30.
Probably 101.
Well,
I don't buy alcohol in the house. I don't know what's under $30.
$30.
Not you
retail.
Guys. Not you guys. I know what most of you guys think. I want to know what everyone else that's viewing this thinks.
Oh,
yeah. What do you guys say in the chat? Under $30. And Bayou Dream. I found out today, liquid IV mixed with any soda water creates a volcano. It's not just in a Tapa or Taco Chico or whatever. I created a volcano in my kitchen, literally in a glass with soda water, and it was in a regular plastic cup. So.
Ooh, YW said OF 100 in there, so that's an honorable mention for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Casey 100 or Old Forester, whatever. What's Casey? Knob Creek. But there we go.
Yeah, Old Forester 100 is the best.
Or Old Forester 100. We've got
that's a depending on the mood kind of thing. I mean, they are so different.
Right.
Roscoe says Elijah Craig.
Fighting
he
chicken.
says Old Granddad 114. Loco Coco is Fighting Chicken 101. Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. Felix says Evan Williams White Label Bottled in Bond. And now there's fighting words. What is your guys' take on Evan Williams Bottle and Bond?
What's up, Jim?
It's fantastic.
So, everybody, which one is it? Number one.
John Kranz has it. It's between those two.
Well, I would say Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Andrew?
I would say 101 because of the drinkability factor.
And it's everywhere. It's either the top shelf in really shitty bars or it's the bottom shelf in really good bars. So you don't.
Yep.
That's kind of fun. The fun of wild turkey.
Jim said 101 that bars aren't as good as the one at home. I agree with him.
Yeah.
101 is the best.
All right, y'all. We've been on now for
Like an hour 45.
Yeah, almost 2 hours. Close enough. We're gonna pop off here. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next videos next Friday, noon Central, and then Thursday night we should be doing our live like usual. We appreciate all y'all coming out for our second live this week and hanging out. Thank you to all our Patreon members who could join us tonight and chit chat, drink, and tell us what they thought of Elijah Craig A120. And with that, I'll leave it to Kyle to talk.
Thanks, honey.
There you go.
Yeah, what she said.
This is when I talk. Kyle kind of sits back and lets me take over the lives.
So
everybody stay healthy out there.
Please,
Yep,
social
for
distancing
sure.
is amazing. Stay home and drink.
Stay at home.
Stay
guys,
healthy and
please.
stay away from people.
And drink.
it's true.
Drink
That sounds
heavily.
like Nick's life motto.
It is
Yeah.
Nick's motto.
It's not my life motto.
Stay away from people.
That's my ultimate goal at the end of every day, not just during coronaviruses. It's like, hey, can we come over? I'd really rather you didn't.
Yeah.
Potty poopa. So, all right, guys, we appreciate
He
you.
doesn't have kids. Anyway,
Yeah. Give me 2
Yeah,
months.
Party
Yeah,
Source Rex will be on the agenda. Anywho, cheers, everyone.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Hey, everyone,
Cheers,
stay on the
y'all.
live
So-
after this. Don't go anywhere.